Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to your weekly readings. This is the day when I do a reading where we ask Spirit for an immediate message. What do you actually really need to know about right here and right now? We ask Spirit for this guidance, this message that you need to receive. And also we kind of follow it through as well and find out if there's any additional advice coming through for the next week, for the next 7 days. Now, I am seeing pile 1, the cards showing up already. Let's see, I am actually also seeing this for pile 2 and that one for pile 3. Actually this one. Okay. Let's, I feel like that one, I'm going to leave it as it is. That way up, whichever way up that is. We will check these out in just a moment. Okay, beautiful souls, I'm going to turn them over. We are going to draw a rune and a charm as well. Here am I diving into the cards. Welcome everyone. Welcome if you are already a part of the Moon Magic community here, and welcome to anyone new. So let's turn over our cards. Pile 1. You have enchantment. This is pile 1. Pile 2, you have confidence. I'm mindful that it's sat the other way up. Just going to hold that kind of on one shoulder and we'll see where that sits with the reading as we move through. But pile 2, confidence. Pile 3, we have freedom. Wow, okay. Beautiful cards, beautiful energy today. Okay, let's draw some runes, one for each. Pile 1, you have the rune of the spiritual warrior. Pile 2, you have the rune of flow. Pile 3, you have the rune of defense. Okay. And your charm, pile 1, you have the dolphin. Pile 2, you have, oh wow, this is beautiful. It looks like a little swallow. A swallow or a swift, I'm not sure which. Ooh, look at that. There was another charm tucked in and I didn't even see it. It's a parasol. Can you see that as well? You have 2 charms. 2 charms, pile 2. A swift and a parasol. And then pile 3, you have, how interesting, it's 2 charms in one. There is there's a starfish and also a shell, but they are absolutely joined together. This is not 2 separate charms. This is one, definitely. How interesting that they are most definitely attached, and yet both of them seem to have a little ring to carry them by. How interesting. So we have a starfish and a shell. Okay. My beautiful Moon Magic Super Souls, trust your gut feeling. Sit with your intuition. Now, if more than one of these cards, runes, charms, more than one of these piles is speaking to you or singing to you or resonating, it is probably worth checking out more than one. Sometimes there will be more than one message coming through for you. We're all kind of living busy lives. There are many different layers to our wonderfully human lives, and therefore there could be more than one message that applies to more than one area of your world. I'm going to leave the video running for a little bit longer, so anyone that just wants to take their time can sit with the cards, the runes, the charms as they are. The timestamps, as always, are in the description box, and I've also put them into a pinned comment for phone users because it's easier to find. And Super Souls, I will see you in a moment in the readings. Hey pile one, welcome to your reading. We are asking for an immediate message. What does Spirit wish you to hear and know about? This is a very magical card. It's very alive, very vibrant. And this rune of the spiritual warrior, sometimes the spiritual warrior rune speaks of sort of discernment and very clear action. And yet enchantment is a card that suggests, gosh, almost like surrender to everything, and then it all just happens. I'm thoughtful about the dolphin charm coming in here as well. Dolphins can swim above and below the water. In many ways they are most mobile under the water, but they need to come up for air. I think we better just draw more cards and see what we are showing for you, my beautiful pile one. What are we seeing for pile one? I'm actually seeing both of these cards. I'm going to take both these. And may we have, it is that one there. I'm just seeing this one on the top coming through for you already. And I'll draw from the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards as well. These are my own cards. I do give away a pack of these every month. It's a subscriber draw, and the details are, well, the link to add yourself to my subscriber email list is in the description box. I'm not going to say any more. I don't want to detract from your reading. I'll mention it at the end. Okay, beautiful souls. We have compromise. This is interesting. Are you in a situation where you need to make a compromise, or are you compromising too much? This card asks you to review your position and be sure to find a solution that takes the needs of all parties into account, including yourself. This is very interesting. I feel there's a to and fro energy around you actually at the moment. Almost as if you're debating something. Do you release and surrender, or do you take clear action? There's a, gosh, just a very interesting energy. We then have light attribute. This is the card of the Virgin. Maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Now the shadow attribute is fear of intimate union. How interesting. This toing and froing, compromise. I'm not sure in its sort of specificness. Sometimes when we draw cards, the actual information on them is not always exactly what we need to hear. It's more what we're being shown. And I feel like there is this sort of, you know, do you dare to let go, to surrender yourself completely, to let go of your fears, to let go of your defenses, to let go of things that may be holding you back, and simultaneously therefore allow yourself to take action and embrace something that I think you really want. Okay, let us see what else we're being shown here. We have the Queen with a beautiful lotus flower here, and then we have a snake, and the mask. Yes, this is very interesting. Let's put these here. Yes, do you take off the mask that you believe you had to wear? Something is happening around you in your world, and it's creating a situation whereby you could actually show your vulnerability. Dare you show your vulnerability? Dare you be that vulnerable self? Dare you take that risk of being genuinely open, genuinely intimate? Can you allow yourself to trust that when you step into that space of concern, fear, anxiety, almost like this space of the shadow, I feel like there's a shadow. It's the shadow of you, sort of something within you that is fearful that if you dare to show yourself, somehow you could be taken advantage of, put in a compromising situation. Perhaps you have previously been put in a compromising situation. Can you dare to reveal who you really are and take that risk? Your reading would suggest that it might be a very good time to be doing exactly that. That is what we're seeing here, my beautiful pile one. There's a situation around you that invites you to dare to be you, to dare to reveal yourself, to dare to be vulnerable, to dare to take a risk, to dare to come above the water, to be seen. With dolphins, we don't always see them. You know, they can be swimming under the water, and then every now and then we see them above. It's a marvellous and amazing thing if they are swimming around you. For any of you who've ever either swum with dolphins or been in a boat where they've swum alongside you, literally come along and play. They play with the boats. Amazing. It's an amazing experience. This is about you transforming and relinquishing something, almost a return to... It is this purity of heart and spirit. It's a place where you sort of dare to believe that something might be possible, that you really do desire, but it involves you taking down some of those barriers, removing the masks that you have been wearing. I understand why. I think justifiably you've had to. You've perhaps previously been in a compromised position, but there's something in your world, it's either around you already or it's about to be. And this is your primary message, actually, which is, it's coming through as a question. Will you dare to allow yourself to drop the masks that you've been wearing so that you can actually potentially have the thing you really want to have? This is one of those circumstances where I think we all develop defenses. It's part of what we do in life. We have to. We can't be wide open. We have to respond to circumstances as we grow. But you know, there comes a point when the very thing that we put in place to protect ourselves blocks us from receiving what we really, really desire. And this is, it's like it passes its sell-by date. This came out in a reading not so long ago. So if you're getting the same message, then it's very strong, the energy around you. But this pile one, this is the message primarily coming for you today. It's as if this defense, it's past its sell-by date. It's time for you to lower those defenses and allow yourself to sort of surrender to possibility. But there's something around you that is creating that opening for you. Let's get a bit more information. But your primary message is coming as a question. Will you allow yourself to have this? Excuse me. Will you dare? Will you dare to drop the masks, reveal who you really are in some way, shape or form, whatever area this is in your life, and take that risk and therefore potentially receive, potentially be the queen of the moment, potentially emerge, to transform, to be open. I mean, this is a lily that is open, or a lotus that is open. Let's draw more cards for you, my beautiful pile one. We'll use those 4 for now. And I'm actually going to draw from 2 different tarot packs. May we have information for my beautiful pile one, and potentially information about the week ahead. Is there any information and guidance coming through here, please? I'm going to leave it at those for the moment. Okay. We have the Hermit. How interesting. Look at this particular Hermit card. Can you see all the fireflies around? Drawn to the light, but the fireflies are electric. They're bringing the dark alive, which is what this card of enchantment is about. And of course they are enchanting. I feel there's a circumstance or an opening around you that is leading you out of, literally leading you out of the shadows, leading you away from a place where you have been afraid to take a chance, afraid to show yourself. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. How interesting. Charging in on a dragon. Fiery, passionate. We have the 5 of Cups. Let me move these cards along. Let's see if we can make a little bit of space to get that 3rd one in up here. So we have the 5 of Cups. How interesting. Look at him glancing over his shoulder. Yes, he's looking back and looking at where he's come from, but he's actually looking at the light. Gosh, this is a return to, I feel like this is a return to innocence, a return to purity, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. I feel like, you know, somebody, if you've had a falling out with somebody, they might offer you an olive branch with this compromise. But be very sure, if they do, if someone reaches out to you and you've had a falling out with them, make sure that you are discerning in the way that you navigate this. Likewise, yes, because we have the card of justice. Yes, this needs to be in balance. So if there's kind of two separate messages coming through here, let me move our cards along a bit so we have room for all of them. So firstly, can you dare to risk? I think for some of you there is a circumstance around you which gives you an opportunity to really reveal who you are. For some of you there may be someone coming in who's offering an olive branch or wanting to compromise. But there is something in this situation around you that is offering you an opportunity to sort of be very clear about your position, really. To open yourself up to receive. We have the moon and then we have the Two of Cups. Look at these hands. Okay. So two messages coming through, or two avenues of thought. Yeah. Two different avenues, and I do feel that we've got, this is very interesting. Can you see these two hands? So in the light attribute, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit, we have one hand here pointing. Then we have this hand with a snake in it here as well, but the lotus flower beneath. So one story that I'm seeing is of a circumstance around you where somebody has actually not behaved terribly well, and they're kind of offering you an olive branch, and I think it is really fine to negotiate, but I would also venture to say be careful about how you do it. Be very discerning. Be very, very discerning, because I do feel for some of you there has been a situation where you've been thrown into a bit of darkness, really, with this, into the shadows. Probably quite a lot of anger around the way that someone behaved, and I think you may actually have walked away from them and just thought, you know what, I don't really want to kind of have that kind of stuff in my world. And I think there could be someone reaching out to you to try and come back in. I'd like you to recognize you have a choice here, and if you do decide to walk away, do so with love and light in your heart. Genuinely, you have the right to choose here. For others, there's an opening, a window of opportunity for you to return to this place of purity. Perhaps a circumstance or a someone coming into your world where you really can be yourself, where you can risk being vulnerable. If you have had difficult circumstances where people haven't treated you well and you didn't feel you could, someone coming in or a circumstance that fires you up, makes you feel passionate about life again. But whichever way round, or whichever kind of story is coming through, I do feel for some of you there has been a kind of a betrayal. The key message here is, you know, act with both discernment and love. Hold the love, hold the light, hold the purity of heart and spirit. Don't hold on to resentment if somebody behaved badly. Make discerning choices while simultaneously really holding the light. Very curious as to how this is going to pan out, and I do feel there are two very distinct stories. One is a new opening, being guided, someone bringing the spark, or a circumstance bringing the spark back into your life where you're seen, you're visible. You come out of the darkness, you're visibly seen. You open like a lotus flower, despite any previous betrayals or difficulties. And I'm not sure what this circumstance is, but you get seen. The other scenario, I think, is someone reaching out who maybe hasn't behaved well. There could have been a falling out. Do you know, it could for some of you literally be both. On the one hand, you're being discerning around a circumstance or someone that hasn't treated you well. Simultaneously, other opportunities, other doorways are opening. You are being asked to sort of to see the light and the love in every scenario. It's as though even in the shadows, you find good. Yeah, for some of you, you're coming out of the shadows into something new, taking that risk, being seen, trusting that you're absolutely going to do this. For others, you're contemplating how to address something where it hasn't, it's thrown you into the shadows. A very recent, I think, scenario that threw you into the shadows. How do you navigate this? I think we need more information here. Either way. I'm probably actually going to draw cards for both scenarios, I think. So let's draw cards for the first scenario, which is something or a circumstance, something new coming into your life that is opening a doorway for you. I'm seeing this card and those two, and also this one. Oh, there's actually an extra one. So we're seeing these cards. This is to do with something new coming into your world and opening up. And wow, it is opening. Something is entering your world in a very fast and visible way. Moving forwards, we then have the King of Cups. How fascinating. And look at these little fairies here. The King of Cups. The King of Wands. Oh my goodness me. We have the Chariot. We have the King of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. And then the Six of Swords. Wow. Okay. This feels for me, it's like a really magical new beginning. There is an opportunity around you, someone or a circumstance coming forwards. We have the King of Cups, we have the King of Wands. There's empowerment in this, the Knight of Wands coming forwards. Whether this is a personal circumstance or it's actually an opportunity, a job opportunity, or an opening in your community, something is coming through here. There is an opportunity around you that can really move you forwards, and it feels like a dream. This card, this Six of Swords, really reminds me of, there's like a scene in one of the Lord of the Rings films where the boat sort of sails off. There is a boat that kind of takes you to, or is taking a group of people. It sails whenever it sails, but it's the elven folk, and they sail to a place of forever, really. This is a very powerful new beginning for you. So I think for many of you, there is something around you that's offering you an incredible new beginning. It could come in the form of a someone, but it could also be something you're working on, a creative endeavor or an opportunity. With these tree figures here as well, I'm seeing real strength, longevity, and it moving forward significantly with passion. So if this is a connection with someone, you're going to feel passionate about this. If it's a work or a work scenario or a creative opportunity, you're going to feel passionate. It's moving forwards, hence the surrender. Just go with it. Let it happen. Choose that direction for yourself. Dare to choose success in whatever area this is for you. This is a new world opening up. Now let's draw also some cards around the second scenario, which is someone coming back in, maybe asking you to address something, a falling out or whatever that may be. I'm seeing these three cards. Okay, let's look at these. Okay. We have the Eight of Pentacles. I'm seeing a lot of contemplation here. We have the Three of Pentacles. The threes are always a turning point. And then we have the Two. How interesting. Look at the imagery here. So I would have to say, contemplate this. Think about it. There will be a way of navigating this with the labyrinth here in the background, and this is the infinity, the loop of infinity. There will be a way to navigate this scenario in a way that will be balanced and appropriate. It will find a peaceful solution. It's interesting, sometimes the Two of Cups, we sometimes see the infinity sign in some of the Two of Cups symbols. The Three of Pentacles is about you being empowered. Take your time, contemplate what you need to do with this scenario. Someone coming in, reaching out to you. I think they genuinely haven't been entirely honest with you, and I think you know that, and I think you've kind of walked away from them and they're sort of trying to edge back in again. For some of you, there could be both of these things happening simultaneously. Your reading is flooded with messages. It's very vibrant and very, very alive. Can you see we have a fox here? You do need to be adaptable, flexible, but quite wily. You know, foxes are very astute. They don't miss a trick. So contemplate what's going on. We have an owl in the tree. Be aware. Be ultra aware of what is being revealed to you. Be true to yourself. You don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to cover anything up. Be true to yourself. Don't dim your light down in the face of somebody trying to navigate and negotiate with you. It may be that you just choose to kind of send them love and walk away. You know, I was really seeing this in this card. You're leaving something behind here, glancing over your shoulder. You see the light. You want to walk in the light, and perhaps this person or situation isn't in the light. Whatever you do, there's a turning point here, and you have the right to choose what you want to do and how you handle it. Do so with discernment, with balance, and with fairness, with wisdom as well. These three women, I feel, are really holding different perspectives, different ages and stages of the viewpoints of age and wisdom. Make your choices here. You have the right to make choices here. Be very conscious and very aware of what you're actually shown. So scenario A, amazing opportunity coming in for you, however that is. Fabulous, wonderful. Your reading is suggesting go for it, dare to do it. Don't let this scenario put you off or make you think, oh no, if that went wrong, this will go wrong. No, this is looking amazing. Trust, go with this one. This is looking fantastic. Well, that's the kind of, the invitation is, will you dare to do this? There is potentially for some of you, yes, another scenario going on sort of simultaneously, or this could be your message. Just contemplate what this is really about. Empower yourself, make choices that are fundamentally and wholeheartedly right for you, and yet simultaneously deliver them and deliver your conclusions, your suggestions, your decisions in a balanced and fair way. And I mean, I'm seeing your week flow forwards with these two potential scenarios going on sort of side by side. Do you know, I think the link between them is that one is sort of an example of how amazing life can be when we can just dive in and re-find that innocence, that love, that amazingness, that desire, that passion, that upliftingness that comes with something that just is right, versus you know, the polarity of it, which is somebody or a circumstance that hasn't really been that good, and making decisions and choices accordingly, but from the perspective of integrity, you know, rather than being drawn into it or closing yourself down. It is almost as if you're being given a contrasting experience. And the contrasting experience, this is a very big message coming through for you, my beautiful pile one. The contrasting experience is exactly that. It's a contrasting experience, so you choose what is right for you and know that you can have it. It's not a contrasting experience that is supposed to trigger your insecurities and make you mistrust everybody or everything. It is a contrasting experience where you can think, I'm going to navigate this with fairness and light, and simultaneously embrace what I really want. So that's the kind of scenario here, and it is interesting. A contrasting experience is not meant to push us backwards. It's meant to fuel our passions and give us a clarity of direction forwards, which is what the rune of the spiritual warrior is all about. Pile 1. Looks to be a pretty dynamic week for you guys. It really, really does. Keep us posted here. I'm loving your comments, beautiful souls. I really am. I'm sorry I cannot respond to them all because it would just take too long and I wouldn't have any time to do any more readings. But I love reading them. It's an honor to be reading for you. And my goodness me, as a community, the sharing of your stories, you are so inspirational. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for being a part of the Moon Magic Tarot channel. If you're new, welcome. And yes, I was going to say to you, I did say at the end I would let you know. So my cards, the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards, there are links to buy these if you're interested in them. Every month I have a subscriber prize draw. I announced the winners for August about a week ago. And I give away a free private reading. I'm not able to offer private readings at the moment. Unfortunately, my circumstances don't allow it. But I do give away one free private reading every month and a pack of these cards, but they're a first signed limited edition pack. And if you are a subscriber and you want to be in that prize draw, if you add yourself to my subscriber email list, I will put the link in the description box below, and also in the comments for phone users, the pinned comment. Once you're on that list, you're on it forever, and my colleague draws the names out of a hat every month, and then I announce them in a video here on YouTube, so do watch out for those. Beautiful souls, tons and tons of love. I post readings like this, I post pick a card readings 2 or 3 times a week, always on a Sunday, with guidance about what's needed now and what's happening in the next 7 days. Thank you all of you who follow them. Thank you also all of you who are on Patreon, where I do my all zodiac sign readings and also tutorials every month as well. Patreon is a different platform. It works on the basis of donations, and you can give as little or as much as you want. There are no tie-ins. You can check it out, come and go as you please, but you have access to loads and loads and loads of material when you are there. And if I do any extended readings, they're also on that platform too. Beautiful souls, pile 1, keep us posted as to how your week pans out. It looks very dynamic, and this duality of experiences, I'm really, really interested in how this works out. Though for some of you it could be one, for some the other, but I feel like for many of you it may actually be 2 different experiences happening simultaneously. But yeah, even the shadow element of something that didn't go well is coming forward to inspire you to embrace what you can have. Beautiful souls, pile 1, tons of love. I look forward to seeing you in another reading soon. Hey, pile 2. I am having some really strong connections with your card and your charms already. I feel like you need to come out from the shade and fly, be seen. This swift, this swallow. Now, we haven't yet drawn any cards, so I am slightly reluctant to say too much, but I'm also having a slight connection with pile 1 as well. So if you were drawn to both, it may well be worthy of you checking them out. But I feel that there is no longer a need to take shelter, to sit in the shade. You should be out there flying high. Swifting, diving, swifting. Is there such a word as swifting? I'm inventing words again. This has been happening in my readings. Let's draw some cards and see what we are shown for my beautiful pile 2. What message do you need to receive right here, right now? And yeah, we'll then draw further cards to see how the week might pan out for you. May we have a message, an immediate message for my beautiful pile 2, please. Okay, may we have a message. There's your card. How wonderful. Thank you. So you have King. Ooh, gosh. This, I'm going to probably read you something from the book about this card now. We've drawn this. This would be so appropriate. So light attributes, enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. The shadow attributes, excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. It's very interesting because this card of confidence connects to Narcissus, the legend, or the legend, the myth of Narcissus. Now we associate that with narcissism, but in the Persian legend, it's very, very different. Narcissus takes a risk to dive into this lake, and these two beautiful flowers emerge, and they become his eyes looking at the world through pure love. And well, I will actually just read you this. Let me find you before we look at any other cards. Bear with me. Okay. So, yes, I'm just going to read you this one bit, I think. So this is a Rumi oracle, Rumis Gift. This was the bit. Drunken with love, Rumi boasts like a glorious peacock. The feathers of this bird are adorned with the verse. Others sing about love. I am the Sultan of love. It's like daring to embrace your deepest desires rather than feeling as though you shouldn't have them. This is the swifting and the flow. Actually, do you know, I was thinking swifting and swallowing. What have you previously had to swallow that stopped you from being able to have a voice? It's time to come out from the shadow, from the shade, and fly. What is happening? Giving and receiving. Give and take are different to giving and receiving. Taking and receiving are not the same. When we take, whoever we take from may or may not have chosen to give. However, when we receive, choice and respect are an integral part of the exchange. Let go of any need to take and embrace the harmony of giving and receiving. I feel for me this card is showing up because you need to receive. You need to allow yourself to receive. You know how if somebody gives you a compliment and says, oh, that was amazing, thank you so much, and you dismiss it. Oh, it was nothing, you know, no. Or can I give you something in return? Oh, no, there's no need. It's got that flavour about it. You're being asked to come out of the shadows. Embrace what is being offered to you. Okay, we have Thanatos. This is a very interesting card. We're seeing hands here as well. And we have the Bardo. How interesting. How interesting is that? Both of these cards are about transformation, but big transformation. It's not a small transformation. It's a big transformation. It's like moving in this card from excessive feelings of, I want to say, a lack of entitlement to a space where you can have. It's like this rebirth, this potential to move from a place of massive restriction to a place of opening up. It literally feels like a rebirth, a big shift in some way. It's the difference between sitting in the shade or flying high. Now, the rune of flow speaks of the ebb and flow of life, of transformation, of relationships, of careers, of emotions. I feel like there's a really big shift around you. We need to draw more cards to find out more information for you. Okay, so that's your second. I am seeing your third and your fourth, and also your fifth. Let's draw a couple more. Interesting. As I've picked these up, the card on the base came through, so we'll use that. And I'm also, no, I'm not seeing that. Do you know when you look at a card and you think yes, and then you think no, that's not feeling right? There is your card. Okay. Justice. How fascinating. We have the Seven of Swords, What are you gathering? We have the Six of Wands, which is a card of victory, but my goodness me, you look very determined. You're riding away from something, both away and towards. We have the Four of Swords. Okay. And the Five of Cups. I will say a couple of these cards, the Justice and the Five of Cups, both came out in pile 1. We then have the Ace of Pentacles, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles. How interesting, you have the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles too. Okay. I'm going to place this here. There is a sort of a decision or a judgment call to be made here. I'm seeing you choosing to walk away from something. You have a choice. It's really interesting. You're both walking away and walking to something. You're actually walking towards success. You're walking to victory. If you were tuning in with pile 1 or an element of pile 1, then this may, and you were thinking about being drawn to both, it may be relevant for you truly to check out pile 1 too. I sort of want to say let sleeping dogs lie here. There's a really definitive choice to be made here. A very, very, very clear choice. It's like you've seen something with real clarity. This feels more like a working scenario. There's something to do with work or money or possessions in some way, shape or form. A decision around that. Maybe you have been working your socks off and you offered something, or you've just been giving, and you haven't really been validated for your contribution, and you're now making a decision to move away, to invest your time and energy elsewhere. I sort of want to say don't feel resentful about this, which is really interesting. It's coming through very strongly, actually. This is to do with this shadow attribute, excessive feelings of entitlement. Don't feel resentful, or there's a desire for you not to feel resentful. We can't change your feelings. Now, I write a lot about emotions. I speak a lot about emotions. That's my background in counselling, psychotherapy, especially emotions. I mean, that's just a real passion for me, because every emotion we have has a higher and lower vibration. It's what we do with it. It's our awareness of it. It's what we do with it. I have a whole online library, My Beautiful Souls, and you can check that library out. It's a wealth of information about emotions, and also about emotions, psychology, all sorts of stuff. There's actually a series of emotional meditations, and I'll see if I can put a link at the very end. You know, like you can put a link to the next video at the end of a video on YouTube. I'll try and do that. To those meditations, there's a playlist here on YouTube, because actually those meditations will teach you how to use your emotions as a source of empowerment, which is what's needed here. I am actually seeing you genuinely choosing to leave something behind here, to make a very clear decision, to gather up your choices almost, to recognize that maybe somebody has been taking from you, or you've been giving too much. And it's not just that element of you know, someone offering you a compliment and you say, oh, no, it's fine. I think maybe that's been there, and that has almost enabled people to sort of see you as somebody they can take advantage of. I actually feel somebody's genuinely, or a circumstance, basically it's come to its end. You need to invest your time and energy somewhere else. And if you end up feeling resentful or tangled, because this actually is about letting go of resentment, this card of confidence too, this Rumis card. If you feel tangled in the residue of not being treated well or not receiving what you really needed or deserved, it sort of keeps you hooked into the past rather than freeing you up to move forwards. This Six of Wands, he's really determined. He's prepared to move forwards. You know, he's resolute. That's the word. He is resolute. He's choosing to invest in a future that's actually going to be worthy of investing in. I want to bring more cards into this. But this is this enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. There is an element of leadership here where I feel like in many ways you are taking charge of some decision in your own world. But I think it connects to money, to resources, to your time, choosing where you invest your time, not putting it where it's not welcome, or it's not where it's not welcome, but where it's not received and gifted back equally. It's very clear, very clear. Let's draw more cards for you. Now, I'm going to draw from this pack still. May we have more information and perhaps an indication as to how the week might pan out. Now, I'm seeing these 3 cards. I'm also seeing this and that as well, and also actually those 2. Loads coming through for you, pile 2. So the primary message is clear. You're being invited. Actually, I'm going to have to just put a little something over this card, so a post-it or something. Let me press the pause so that we don't offend YouTube. Okay, we're all good. It's the new YouTube rules. It makes it really challenging with certain packs of cards. Now, what we have here, yes, so we have the Star. This is about you making a choice. It almost feels like a choice between light and dark. It's really, really interesting. You're definitely choosing to walk away from something. You're choosing where you invest your time, where you invest your energy. We have the Death card again, to have the Bardo and also Thanatos. I mean, this is rebirth, it's transformation, it's you coming through, coming away from a dark place. The Two of Swords, making a clear-cut choice here. Very clear decision going on here. We have the card of Strength. I'm seeing you again coming through something where you've had to... What I'm seeing is you're standing up for yourself. You're making a choice that's about standing up for yourself. I feel like you're doing it quite peacefully, but you are making a choice where you're standing up for yourself. We have the Knight of Swords. Really clear. You're having to navigate something here. There are choices to be made. We then have the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. How interesting. Right. Now we're back to giving and receiving and the King here, light attributes. Being benevolent. But I'm kind of also hearing about choosing who you give to. Having the confidence to invest your money where you want to put it, your time where you want to put it. And being benevolent. But being benevolent in a... I feel like you're having to be really choosy this week, basically. Really, really choosy about where you put your time, where you put your energy. Thinking about where you invest. I do see you walking away from maybe some scenarios where I just feel like there's been somebody who's been a bit money grabbing, a bit of a gold digger, or someone who just wanted more than their fair share, if I'm honest. I also think something is emerging in your world. Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. I think something is starting to emerge. It's starting to grow. When something starts to grow, you know, people do come out of the woodwork, don't they? And they kind of, you know, they want more. They want to ride on the back of your success. I kind of want to say tread carefully, which is really interesting. I need more cards. I need more cards. We're going to follow this through my beautiful pile too. Gosh, an abundance of information. But in essence, I feel something comes to you, or it starts to take off, or you receive something, some money, some resources, something goes well. And you're now needing to make a very clear-cut choice around someone or something in your life in terms of basically where do you invest your time, energy and money. It's like you have time, energy, money, or a gift that comes to you, something wonderful. Where do you place that? Where do you invest it? Where do you put it? Investing it wisely, be benevolent, but make sure you don't give to people who would squander those resources. This is all about what you're giving and to whom. I'm seeing these 3 cards. More information, please. We have the Magician. How interesting. We have the Queen of Wands and we have the Hermit. Yeah. Right, very clear, very, very clear here, right. I think something in your world, it's either happened already or it's about to, is rising, getting bigger, taking off, happening. You get the promotion, you get your, I don't know, a win of some sort. Something is happening that's really good. Resources coming to you. And actually, you are being advised here very, very clearly to think very carefully about where you invest and how you invest these resources. Invest with confidence. Don't be afraid to take an ownership of your needs. Be thoughtful of others, but ultimately invest in your own as well. Tread carefully. Because it's almost as if I feel like there's an energy around you of a circumstance or a someone or a something who would like you to give to them, to invest in them. And I'm not convinced that they would necessarily deliver back to you. And therefore you are being asked to really, if necessary, and I'm seeing you walking away with confidence and walking away being resolute. Even if you walk away and you think, oh my goodness me, here I am on my own, I've got all these resources, that's fine because you can invest them where they needed to be invested. We have the 9 of Pentacles. This is choosing, this is sitting in the abundance of your choices with further choices that you can make. You can be benevolent, you can be altruistic. That's wonderful. But do so with thoughtfulness, with discernment. I'm actually literally going to draw just a couple more cards to conclude your reading. My beautiful pile 2. Knight of Pentacles. This came out in pile 1 too. May we have more information or a sneaky peek as to where things are going. We have the 8 of Wands. I'm seeing you really, really thriving. Absolutely thriving. Look at the imagery of this card as she walks with confidence, with courage, with empowerment, out of the trees on a guided pathway. Right, you are actually being guided. Whatever is emerging in your world, whatever's taking off, whatever's happening, whatever's growing, whatever resources are coming to you, they're actually coming with purpose. And just as he is resolute, she is empowered. There is a choice to be made that we could almost just say energetically. There is a choice. If we think of it purely about energy, and a reading contains the energy of something, if we think about the energy of your reading, it's about being really, really clear. The energy of something, success, benefit, abundance, something, resources, energy, time. The energy of that is coming to you. It's growing, it's building, it's growing, it's flowing. Think carefully about your direction and move forwards with confidence. Your reading is suggesting that it's not worth, or it's worth really contemplating where you invest your time and energy. If somebody comes along and sort of says, oh, I really want to work with you, you're doing so well, let's partner. Look at them carefully first. They might not be the right one. Maybe they're jumping on your bandwagon because you're doing so well. They're not necessarily going to bring to the table their fair share, actually. So be thoughtful. There's an element of both celebration, success, bounty, empowerment, resoluteness, moving forwards, the opportunity to invest and grow even more. All of that is here, alongside this sort of advisory caution to be very thoughtful and careful with your resources, with your time, your energy, and to think very, very thoughtfully about where you invest, and make sure that you are only engaged in mutually beneficial giving and receiving circumstances. That, pile 2, is your reading in a nutshell, I think. And it's very transformational. It feels like this is quite a big win, or quite a big growth spurt, or quite a big amount of resources, or a big amount of potential that is coming into your world and growing, which is why it's very life-changing. And it's also why, as you grow, you become a magnet. You become a magnet for lots of good stuff, but you also become a magnet for people who want to latch onto that, or indeed even circumstances energetically. And I'm seeing you being very, very clear about how you navigate this, and this seems to be this sort of cautionary advice alongside huge success. Such empowerment. Magic. Wow. Okay, pile 2. Tons and tons and tons and tons of love. Now, my beautiful souls, do check out my library if that is helpful to you. As always, the links to anything and everything I do will be in the description box. I wrote a book all about emotions as well. Mindfulness meets emotional awareness. It will teach you the language of your emotions. Check that out if that is something that appeals to you. It is on Kindle, and there's an audiobook of it as well on Audible. If you would like to, if you're interested in these cards, these are my cards, the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards. I give away one of these packs. It's a first signed limited edition pack every single month, along with a free private reading. I'm not able to offer private readings, but I do give away one free private reading. It's a subscriber offer. So if you are subscribed and you want to be on my list, if you add yourself to my subscriber email list, once you are on that list, you are on it forever. My colleague draws the names out of a hat well, it's a Google hat actually, and every month, and then I announce them here on YouTube. I announced the winners for August about a week ago now. Beautiful souls, tons and tons and tons of love. If you're interested in my readings and it's resonating, I post 2 or 3 of these every week, pick a card readings on Sunday. Always we ask for immediate guidance and kind of the flavour of the week ahead for you. I also do all zodiac sign readings. My zodiac sign readings work with the moon month because I'm passionate about manifesting with the moon, and they are available on a different platform, Patreon. And Patreon, you kind of can, it works on donations. You can give as little or as much as you wish, and you can also sign up and sign out. There are no tie-ins. Check it out. Check out the tutorials. Check out the readings. And if they resonate and you want to remain there, that's lovely. It's a wonderful community, but it's there if you are interested. I will put all the links in the description box and the pinned comment. Pile 2, keep us posted. Let us know how your week emerges and what's going on for you. Tons and tons and tons of love. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading. We are asking for an immediate message and also to see kind of maybe what's happening around the coming week. I am slightly blown away by your reading, because this card of freedom, there's a really interesting story that comes with this, and it's to do with the way we bond ourselves or tie ourselves to something. And of course, when we drew these charms, we have two charms. They both look like they should be sort of independent of one another. They both have the little circle to put onto a chain, and yet they are bound together. We have a shell and we have a starfish. They are bound together. And this card of freedom, there's a really interesting story with it that is about a man and a cow and a Buddhist master. I think it was a Buddhist master, but anyway, a master with his pupils, a teacher, a wise teacher with his pupils, was walking down a street, and he saw a man with a cow, and he asked the man, who is the master? Are you the master of the cow, or is the cow the master of you? You know, what is this bond? Who follows who? And the man said, well, of course, I am the master. And the teacher, the wise man, said, well, then let go of the cow. And the man very reluctantly did, and the cow ran away, and the man ran after the cow, and the teacher then said, well, okay, so who's really holding on to who? You know, the man has a much greater investment in holding on to the cow than the cow has in holding on to the man. So, you know, who's following who? So I'm really intrigued by these two sitting together. And then we have the rune of defense, which for me sometimes speaks of boundaries, connections with people. Let's draw more cards and see what we are shown here. May we have information, what message should be coming through for my beautiful pile threes, please. May we, beautiful spirit, have a card for my pile threes, or indeed more cards. I think it is that. Okay, did you see the way that moved? Really clear. How lovely. And may we have more information, a message for my beautiful pile threes. How interesting, I'm seeing two from this pack. You are the only pile who has had two from this pack. Twos and twos. How interesting. May we have information, please, for my beautiful pile threes. Okay, so let us look at what we have. Let go gracefully. Okay, this is a very clear card. Something in your life is calling for you to let it go gracefully. Whatever has taken place in the past, it is time to move forwards, and letting go will make way for the new. Whether this is a person, a situation, an outdated thought or behavior pattern, this card comes to assure you that new horizons are waiting for you. What do you have a bond to that is no longer appropriate to hold on to? We have pioneer, light attribute, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Aha. Light attribute, vampire, makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Okay. Gosh, these readings this week have a real flavour of making decisions and choices. Really holding the higher vibration, the higher light. Now, these are ultimately timeless readings, but if you are coming to this reading as I upload it, we have just passed a blue moon, which is so amazing in terms of enlightenment, showing us things. We have the self. I thought it was about to say the seer, and we have the underworld. My goodness me, look at the difference here. Look at the energies. Vampire is all black. We have the underworld. And then we have pioneer, the self, and it's full of rainbow colours. This light bulb with a heart on it. Let go gracefully. Freedom. Curiously enough, although this says, makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force, I am wondering whether some of you are possibly clinging to something for security when really there is something quite amazing being offered to you, something that could be liberating, full of freedom. I think we simply must just draw more cards. How shall we place these? I'm going to put this here and put this here. You are the only pile that had 2 from both of these packs. Let's place them there and make some space here for our tarot cards. What is this about? What is happening for my pile 3s? What is the message? Well, the message is clear. Let go gracefully. There's something that isn't working for you. I'm seeing these cards and this one. Something is absolutely, something or someone, let go gracefully, vampire. I mean, it could not be clearer. May we have information. What is the message or information that will come through for the coming week, please, for my pile 3s? I'm going to leave those for the moment, though we may well draw more cards. I will follow this reading through. How interesting. You have an opportunity for a new beginning, the Fool, and then you have the 10 of Swords moving away. You have an opportunity for something brand new, but it feels risky. It feels risky, and yet, wow. Wow, I mean, it feels risky, but wow, look what could come. Look what is promised here. Freedom. We have the 10 of Cups. Okay, let's move this over here. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. My goodness me. Okay, so how can I move our cards so we can see everything? Isn't it interesting, my beautiful pile 3s? I'm really having trouble trying to work out where I can place all of these cards. It's like you don't quite know where to place yourself. You don't quite know which way to go. I think you know which way to go. And yet simultaneously, it really seems to be quite hard for you to let go of something. I'm going to move these over. I'm going to do some energy clearing in this reading. I've not done this for a little while, but something I do from time to time. We've got the light attribute here. Passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Right. Okay, I am literally going to do some energy clearing, my beautiful souls. I'm going to actually take out an amethyst crystal point because this is what the Fool card is holding. So let me just reach over and get one. I have one on the windowsill next to me. Okay, I actually have 4 here. 4 amethyst crystal points. Okay, I'm going to place them on the card of freedom for one moment. Yeah, there is something that you are entangled in, attached to, or entangled in. It could be a bit of both. Now, it could be a thinking pattern, and we'll draw more cards in just a moment, but actually it's draining you. It's not okay for you to remain there. It's pulling you down, literally pulling you down. It could be a someone or a something, but it is draining you. It's depleting you. It's time to let go. It's absolutely time to let go. Let me move these over. I'm going to place these over here. Now, even the rune of defense, I sort of said it connects in with boundaries, which it does. Even this rune of defense says that we develop an aversion to things that no longer resonate with us. Something is not working in your world. Whatever this is, my beautiful pile 3, and I'm really sorry that it isn't working, but it's not working. It's dragging you down. It's making you, it's diminishing your energy. It's stopping you from flourishing, and it's just not okay. It is time to let go gracefully. Okay, it's time to walk away. Walk away, let go gracefully. So now I can see where these cards are coming. Okay, so we're going to use the amethyst crystals as a kind of gosh, a way of detaching something here. And because these two here, this shell and this starfish, are literally attached, even though I believe they probably shouldn't be, it's just the way they've come out, but I just feel the message was there for us. There's an entanglement, there's too strong a connection to something that isn't working for you. So I'm going to place these here in this space of sort of entanglement. Now, what we are going to do is really draw a line. The rune of defense, Awaz, this is about boundaries. It's knowing if something doesn't feel good. You don't have to justify yourself. You can just choose to say no. You can walk away. So I'm going to place the rune of Awaz here. Now I'd like you just to actually, for a moment, even though it all feels a bit higgledy-piggledy here, and I feel that's part of the flavour of what's going on. It's feeling higgledy-piggledy because your energy has been drained. It's interesting, this lovely angel is sitting right above this, bringing in that light, holding the light for you. Now, I'd like you to sit and just get centered with what this reading feels like right now with all the cards all over the place. Now, admittedly, I haven't yet been able to lay them out, but we're going to, because we're going to see exactly what we need to do this. But energy-wise, energy clearing, sit with this just as it is. Yeah, this is not resonating with you anymore, this scenario. Okay, so I'm going to place this here. And I'm going to place these crystals in a particularly strong way. I'm going to place them here, and I'm going to place them here as well. I'm going to boundary them in. Okay, that's what I want to do. Right. Oh, do you know, that already is feeling better. I'm actually going to get even more crystals. Bear with me. I have a pot of crystals and I have a lot of amethyst points in here. I'm actually going to do even more. Do you know, I feel really strongly that we need to boundary this big time. I'm curious to know what you actually feel like as I am doing this. I feel like I'm ring fencing something that isn't feeling particularly good. Oh, it feels really important to be doing this. I'm going to move the light of that angel and put it here on the... I'm just going to place it here. Yeah, let's just ring fence all of these. That's not actually an amethyst, that's a different crystal. I'm literally ring fencing this situation. Energetically, it needs ring fencing. It's not okay. Doesn't feel good. Oh my goodness me. There we go. Yes. Oh, that's starting to feel a lot more manageable. It's very bizarre, but it's such a... There's something just a bit toxic going on here, really. And one more. Now, you can't really see all of the crystals. I'll just point them all in. Okay, we've ring-fenced everything in. I'm just going to bring them right in so we can really see, really connect with that. That now feels so much better. But I'm going to put one last amethyst in here. Lovely. We are now ring-fenced. I feel now much happier about that. I don't know what it's feeling like for you. Whoops, let me put the rest of my crystals back in my pot and move them over. That is now feeling quite boundaried. Lovely, really nice and boundaried, as I feel it should be. It's time to walk away. Okay, it is time to walk away. It is time to let go gracefully. Okay, and what I'm actually going to suggest is that we place these cards right here. We place that. I'm going to move that card here. It's time to let go gracefully. It's time to walk away. And we will place that lovely talisman angel and the rune of boundaries here. Let go gracefully, walk away. It's time for a new beginning. Let your story unfold. It is time you found some freedom from this scenario, whatever it is. Now, let's bring these down. We have the light attribute. Passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. It is time for you to radiate out and shine. Okay. Move these down. I think they are slightly out of camera. I apologize, but I hope these we can see. it's time for you to invest in something that is magical and amazing. I do actually feel you have an idea, or you know where you want to go with something. And it's time for you to do that. It's time for you to be liberated. There's been something over here that's just not okay. Clinging, not feeling okay, not feeling right. 4 of Cups. I think you've been thinking about this for a while. And I think you've also been thinking and wondering how to actually sort of exit the scenario. You've probably given it far too much airplay, actually. More airplay than was actually needed. Now, we have the 10 of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the King of Swords. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So, King of Swords, it is really time to just have a mindset of potential. Know what you really want. Know what would resonate with you. Know what would make your heart sing. And don't settle for anything less. Okay? It's time to invest in yourself with the 2 queens, the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. It is really, really, really time to invest in yourself. To trust that you deserve and you can have a new beginning. Whatever this was about, and there may have been more than one person involved, maybe 2 people. Maybe 2 people slightly ganging up in some way. I don't know what that's about. Whatever the situation, it's ring-fenced. It's like something of toxicity. If this was even a thinking pattern in your head, I mean, this says a person, a situation, an outdated thought or behavior pattern. This card comes to assure you that new horizons are waiting for you. Absolutely, it is time. It is time for you to move forwards. It's time for you to launch yourself, to let go gracefully of whatever it is. Whether it is a thinking pattern, whether it's a person, a situation, a limiting belief, whatever it is that has been draining you, let it go, drop it, put it down. It's no longer worthy of carrying. It is time for you to be free of this. Get really clear in your head that this is what you want to be free of it, and then really look after yourself, both physically and emotionally. You know, when we are feeling drained, we can so often engage in stuff that's not actually that great for us. You know, we eat too much, we drink too much, we couch potato too much. We lose our energy. Almost the stuff that we do to comfort ourselves depletes our energy further. If you've been involved in any kind of comfort eating, this is saying say no to it. It's time to stop. Yeah, I think you have been thinking about how to do this. It's now time to seriously move this forwards. It's time to move beyond that feeling of helplessness around it. Be resolute, decide on what you want, and start to take care of you. Really, really big time. Invest in you, and invest in you emotionally as well. You know, if I use comfort eating as an example, we can see it as an investment in ourselves, but it isn't really. It's actually sort of sabotaging our energy and sabotaging our ability to move forwards, because it's sort of keeping us stuck, actually. It's not helpful. Let's draw some more cards and see what else we are shown, my beautiful souls. This is very, very clear. I feel like Spirit is almost saying, come on, it's absolutely time to get this together. You know the deal. You know this isn't working for you. Whatever it is. You know it's not working. You know it's not happening. Just put it behind you. Time to leave it behind. Just don't go there anymore. Don't think this way. Don't do this way. Don't engage. Whatever it is, it's not working for you. They're very clear. Very clear. And what do we have? Sneaky peek ahead. We have the Ace of Cups. You're going to very quickly, and the Ace of Wands. Oh my. 2 aces. And the 8 of Cups too. Look at that. I'm seeing you move forwards very quickly. Very quickly. Being guided, seeing the light. And this one on the bottom here as well, the wheel. Yes, the wheel is turning. What this is showing us, my beautiful pile 3, is that the transformation, your energy coming back to you, your life force, it's going to happen very quickly. It's like ring fencing this, saying no to it, letting go of it, making a clear decision. It's going to move forwards very, very fast. This isn't going to be one of those scenarios where you sort of, it's a bit like, you know, when we go on a diet, if you've been comfort eating and you've put on weight. This would definitely apply to me. I put on so much weight during lockdown. It's that, I know that for me, I can swing a bit like a yo-yo. I'll start to put on weight, I'll go on a diet, I'll be really resolute, and then something will come along and you know, maybe it's not emotionally that great or something. And then, you know, I think, oh, you know, I indulge basically. So I can swing a bit. And of course, the moment you start to indulge, it sort of depletes your energy further. And there's this sort of pattern. But this is not happening for you. What I'm seeing is that you are going to feel the vitality, the impact, the movement forwards of this very, very, very quickly. You are going to flow. You're going to benefit from this. You're going to feel how right it is. Very, very quickly. This is a reading where we ask for immediate guidance, and your message is very, very clear. Could not be clearer. But also what we're being shown, the heads up as the week progresses, is that you are going to move from strength to strength. The more you look after yourself emotionally, the more is going to return to you. Your strength, your feelings of self-esteem, your health, your goodness. The stronger you will get. I'm seeing things turn around with the wheel very, very quickly. I'm seeing a fast turnaround. So not like me in lockdown, the opposite of me in lockdown. I'm grateful to say I think I've come out the other side of that one. But, you know, it was that sort of feel, wasn't it? You know, we couldn't go anywhere. I think food and alcohol consumption apparently went up massively during lockdown. You know, people were using these things because they didn't have their usual areas of life that balance things. But, you know, it's just an example. For you guys, my beautiful pile 3, this is going to be a quick turnaround. You're going to feel the benefit really, really quickly. And as soon as you decide to walk away, 10 of Swords, walking away. I feel this card very much is walking to as well. 8 of Cups, walking away by choice. You're really going to feel the benefit. This turnaround is happening fast. So you're going to see results very quickly. Renewed energy, renewed vitality, a sense of freedom, sense of liberation, and moving towards the things that you really desire here with the 10 of Cups. Pile 3, it is a joy to read for you. Strong messages from Spirit this week, very dynamic messages, very powerful. I am thrilled that this looks to me to be an easy, a fast turnaround. As long as you're clear and resolute, I honestly think this will shift really fast for you. That seems to be what we are being shown. Pile 3, thank you so much for joining me today in these readings. I post these every Sunday for immediate guidance. I post 2 or 3 pick a card readings every week, usually about other subjects, and this one always on a Sunday where we check in on an immediate message and also, you know, the heads up for the coming week. If you would like to be I have a subscriber prize draw. So the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards, the Let Go Gracefully, these are actually my own cards. I give away a pack of these. It's a first signed limited edition. I give it a pack of these away every single month, along with a private reading. I'm not able to offer private readings, but I do give one away. It's a subscriber offer. So if you are subscribed and you want to be in my prize draw, if you add yourself to my subscriber email list, I will put the link in the description box and the pinned comment for phone users. Once you're on that list, you're on it forever. My colleague does a Google thing to draw the names every month, and I then announce them. I announced August winners last week. I announced them in a video here on YouTube, so do keep a check out for those. If my readings are resonating, you know, do like, share, subscribe. All of these things help to support the channel. Thank you, and thank you to all of you who give back through the super thanks. If you're interested in checking out my all zodiac sign readings, they're on another platform. Patreon works on the basis of donations. You can give as little or as much as you wish, and you can sign up, check Patreon out, and then sign out again. There's no tie-ins at all. It's also where I post a tutorial every month, so if you're interested in learning to read the cards and the runes, and you'd like to check out the all zodiac sign readings, do check out Patreon. Pile 3, have an amazing week. I want to say have an uplifting week. It really does feel like this is a point where you can shift something, whatever it is for you, and experience the benefit of that shift very, very fast. Pile 3, I'm sending you the biggest hug in the world. Thank you so much for being here. Tons of love.